Is Facebook?
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Facebook's straight up and down.
Well, it says live. Is it side? Oh, do I need to turn it?
Yeah, probably so.
All right.
All right, everybody that is tuning in, we're going to have just a little bit of intermission time while we're waiting for people to pop in. And we're getting our equipment set up here. So just bear with us for a minute. Michelle's fumbling around with her other camera.
There it is, right there. All right. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Just bear with us real quick, people. We have some major news to announce, and we're just getting our cameras situated here. There we go. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Delaney. Willanies.
All right, guys. Just a few more minutes. We'll give us time for people to pop in here
Yeah, so
before we get started.
if y'all just hang out with us, we're just giving everybody a couple more minutes to jump in. We just got the announcement, I guess, just came across the screen, for everyone to join.
Yeah, it usually takes a few minutes for people to get the notifications and jump in here.
So one phone is on Facebook and then one phone is on YouTube, so we can, try and get everybody together. But
Hey, Teresa. So we got people that are popping in on YouTube and Facebook, like we just said. So
yeah,
if we call out your name and
Yeah.
you don't see that person, it means they're on the other channel watching. All right, let's see if we can get rid of this notification.
yeah, get rid of that.
All right.
Hey.
Brown Thumb Nursery. I can identify with that. Hello from Alabama. We're at in Alabama. We're in Alabama also. We're right on the state line. Actually, that probably has part to do with
Yeah, I was about to say
our
that's
announcement.
Yeah, that goes in par with what we're going to be talking
Hey,
about.
Miss Donna.
Hey, Donna.
So we're 2.5 minutes into the video, and we'll start at the 5-minute mark. Let's just go ahead and just give a few more minutes.
Right. So if y'all need to get a drink of water or anything,
Sit down and eat a slice of pizza.
So yeah.
We're actually going to have pizza tonight. And I just asked Michelle, is the oven heated? Are we ready?
No,
As
not
soon
yet.
as this is over, I'm going to be ready to eat.
So it's finally happened.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to work on the brick pizza oven.
Yeah.
First time in 2 months.
No, what we're talking about in this video, it's finally happened.
Well, finally. I mean, we just talked about it, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and allude to what we're going to talk about.
I'm pregnant.
It's the Messiah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not pregnant. Yeah, that would affect everybody, wouldn't it?
A couple of weeks ago, we were at the campsite, and Michelle and I were with some other campers. Rue, I don't know if he's going to see this or not, but I kind of had an open conversation among us that does homesteading fit our title?
Yeah.
Or what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was reassured that, hey, if we're doing camping videos, people are just going to skip the video if they're here for the gardening only. And so we just kind of left it at that. But yesterday we got an email.
Well, we didn't just leave it at that. I reassured Randall. I was like, wait a minute. I know we do gardening. We built a canoe. We built a camper. We're going to be building a pole barn. We're going to build another camper. We're building a greenhouse. I mean, we're about to start remodeling a home, not our home, but my daughter's, or, our daughter's home. There's a lot of things in our future that we're going to video and let you guys in on. All the grafting and the figs and, it's not just homesteading. It's not just about the chickens and the turkeys. So I told Randall that if they were interested in a certain type of video, I don't think they will unsubscribe just because that particular video doesn't have what they're looking for. I'm hoping that, you know, y'all will just click off of it and click onto something else that you're looking for. So I kind of reassured him that we don't need to rebrand ourselves or get another Facebook page or another YouTube name. Okay.
Yeah, so originally whenever I approached Michelle, we were still dating at the time, weren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I said, I kind of want to do a YouTube. And she's like, no, I'm a very private person. I wouldn't like that at all. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of, you know, we talked it over and I was like, well, it wouldn't be about our family. It wouldn't be a documentary. It would be about, hey, this is how you plant a tomato. This is how you plant a blueberry bush. Or this is how you do whatever. And we're not going to document our lives. And she was like, okay, we can do that. And I'll do the filming. And then she'll do the filming and I would do the interactions.
Since that's what my background is in, it just made sense.
Yeah. So we went ahead and ventured off, and I had to come up with a name. Well, seeing how we, at the time, were moving right here to the Florida-Alabama state line, and Michelle's from Florida, I'm from Alabama, I was like, hey, what about FloraBama Homestead?
So
And,
immediately I said, well, wait a minute. I heard one time that there was some court battle because there's already a business named FloraBama, and they fought after their name rights, their trademark name of FloraBama, and they took that business to court. So Randall's like, oh, we're not going to get that big. Don't worry about it.
well, we got a cease and desist order yesterday.
Yay, we made it.
I guess when you get recognized by the bigger people and
Yeah.
they want you to cease and desist, then who has the most money wins the legal battles.
Yep.
And we weren't going to challenge it, mainly because I felt like the Lord was leading us in a different direction. So this just might be a door open, a way for us to go into a direction that He might have planned for us, and we don't have any idea what that is yet. But we're excited, and immediately Michelle was kicking around ideas for a new name.
And what like really hit me was, I know a while back, my mom, we were in her local town paper for being in a costume contest at the Pioneer Day. She lives in Bluntstown, and we made her front page and whatnot. And she's like, "Oh, look, you're famous." And I said, "No, we're not famous, but we may be Flomaton famous." Simply because we live in a small town. There's 4 red lights. There's only like 2 fast food places. And
1,600 people live in the city limits.
And so we actually have more than 1,600 followers. So I was like...
The thing about Flomaton is very unique. And I found out that, you know, being in the military, nobody else is like this on earth. Flomaton is a very unique situation where everybody is tied.
Related.
If you're not related to them, you have ties to them. If you go on someone's Facebook page and you see that they're from Flomaton, they usually have some type of a connection, like you have a friend of a friend to that person. So everybody, we got a timeout.
We got one camera is trying to reconnect.
Pause that.
Go ahead. Finish saying what you're saying.
And so everybody in Flomaton, among ourselves, is Flomaton Famous. And Michelle had proposed the idea of maybe changing our name to Flomaton Famous. And so...
so that was... We just ended the Facebook. Unfortunately, Facebook just decided to quit on us. The camera, the recording stopped. So... anyways, what did I miss?
So I was just about to announce the name of the new channel, you know, the one that you'd liked and you were kicking around.
Yeah.
Was Bama Flora, just a bit of... I know.
Yeah.
I know. And, you know, Flomaton is a spinoff of that.
Right.
The name Flomaton was a combination of Florida, Alabama town.
Yeah.
So Flomaton.
That's where it gets the name. Flomaton is Florida, Alabama town. It just kind of made sense. And then whenever I chose like famous, I wasn't trying to like, turn my nose up and say, oh, we're better than everybody, or look
we're
at me, we're
famous.
famous. It wasn't about that. It was more of, let's make Flomaton famous. Everyone in Flomaton can be famous for something because it's such a small town. Everyone here is famous. So Flomaton, famous.
I have a friend, Dan Lambeth, and he has a daughter, and his daughter just published a book at 18 years old. And among our
Straight out of high school.
Yeah, and among our community, she was be what I would call Flomaton Famous.
Right.
So we kind of want to encapsulate not just what we're doing here is we're making ourselves Flomaton famous, but everybody in Flomaton among ourselves are famous. So
for one thing or another, because it's such a small town. So we just wanted to hear from you and find out, your thoughts. What do you think about it? I mean, do you like the new name?
Leave us a comment right now, yes or no.
Yeah.
On that. I'd like to hear what people have to say. Are you digging the new title, Flomaton Famous?
Can I re-get the other camera to come back on?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it at this point because we only have just a few minutes left. Let me see if I can bring up the chat here. Donna says she likes it.
Okay, good.
I was kind of on the fence. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if that really encapsulates what we are. And then she kind of sold me on it. I guess that's what a sales lady does.
Yep, I'm a good sales lady, baby.
So we're going to cease and desist on the FloraBama, and we got to write them a letter saying we will cease and desist. And then we're going to be picking up a new title. We're going to rebranding, and we'll be rolling out new videos, new logos, and so we'll be moving forward from this point on. Kind of missed that.
Yeah.
Jessica says she likes it.
Yay.
So, what else? Anybody have any questions? Anything you want to talk about?
Have y'all been planning? Who's all been planning?
Yeah, we got our garden planted yesterday. I planted green beans on the trellis yesterday and squash. And hey, there's 2 black campers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like the
cool, man.
community connection. Yay.
Appreciate the input there, guys.
Yeah.
Tater said he likes your original name. I like my original name too.
You can't do nothing about that though, Tater. Unfortunately. I don't know. It's kind of like we were always destined to be Flomaton Famous for some reason because my mom and I had that conversation, and ever since that name, it stuck with me. And then Randall's like, well, we gotta let go of our name. What are we gonna do? And I was like, I know, I got a great idea. Yeah. So
all right, we're gonna go with it. We're gonna see how it works out.
So now FloraBama Homestead will now be Flomaton Famous, and that's the big news.
Yeah, we're still gonna be primarily a gardening, homesteading feel, because that's just really what I love doing. That's probably my number one thing that I really enjoy is the homesteading aspect of it. But at the same time, someone switches over because we're doing camping videos. Maybe they are more than likely inclined to subscribe just based off the title alone.
Good.
So I see that a lot of YouTubers are moving away from titles and going to regular names. And so I kicked around the idea of maybe doing a Randall and Michelle show.
No.
She immediately said no.
No.
Thanks, Mike.
I don't really want it to be about us. I'd rather it be about our hometown because Randall really introduced me to a hometown feeling. Growing up in the city, I never even really experienced, hometown feeling. And I love this town. I have totally adopted Flomaton as my town. And,
she can go to the thrift store and the grocery store and know somebody.
True statement.
Once you walk into those 2 places and you immediately run into people, then you're adapted.
Yeah.
So, all right. Like I was saying earlier, we got our garden in. We got our squash, green beans, our onions are doing great.
Sorry for that for Facebook viewers. I know that I had to reconnect because the video cut out.
Thanks,
and you guys missed
Will.
the name change. But yeah, we have to give up FloraBama Homestead because a certain bar restaurant asked us to cease and desist. So we figured whoever has the most money wins, and right now we're little bitty people. So
I'm not up for a fight anyway. So.
I was like, we'll totally fight that, you know, but no.
No, and the letter that we got from them was a very nice, generous letter, and they had all the documentation in order. There was no question about it. And I really didn't review it. I just kind of understood that when I saw the trademark name, FloraBama, I was like, yeah, that's the end of that.
And I noticed that someone on YouTube had said something about the problem of having a location in our name. And I researched Flomaton, and there is not another Flomaton anywhere because it was based on the name Florida, Alabama town. So there's not another one.
Yeah, we're not naming ourselves Cog Hill or anything.
Right. Yeah.
I don't really see ourselves moving.
No.
Yeah, we're settled. This is a permanent home for us. My whole entire family's from here.
And we're about to increase our property size, so we're not going anywhere. We're just getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so we're comfortable with having a location as the name. But I couldn't come up with anything better. And Michelle, I think she's just really settled on this title, so this is probably what I'm going to go with.
Yep.
But I got one exciting announcement coming up along with the grafting. When I planted my tomatoes, I planted rootstock tomato. I'm going to be doing a video on grafting tomatoes onto rootstock tomatoes. It's supposed to be disease resistant and almost double the yield. And I'm going to do some videos, and we're going to track this. We have a new thing going on. It's called the Tomato Saga.
Yeah, because he dug these really big holes
Pits.
with like an
With
auger.
Yeah, 3 foot
So
deep.
he's trying to grow the world's largest tomato. So yeah.
I don't know if I'm up for that this year. I just want to see how big we can get them this year. I think the record
I just want
holders.
tomatoes to jar, and so we can cook them. And
But that's an upcoming video. I've already filmed it. We've got to produce it and get it out. Our Tomato Saga video.
yeah.
And so we're going to be adding, I haven't done it yet, but we're going to be adding grafting onto tomato rootstock, and we're going to be tracking the progress of our grafting of tomatoes and kind of do a side-by-side comparison to see how much of a yield difference we're going to get out of grafted tomatoes.
So y'all see a change on the, you know, of course I was so excited. I just sort of uploaded a new cover photo to the Facebook page, and, you know, and then now we're going to have to rebrand everything. So maybe in the next week we'll have a new photo and with our new name, because we only have 10 days. So I'm hoping that we don't have to go back and re-edit our old videos and change the FloraBama on that. I'm hoping they'll allow us to leave that.
Yeah, and I did. I kind of read over the paperwork today, and they just want us to stop making FloraBama videos. And I don't think they give us some complimentary stuff along with it, just kind of as a goodwill gesture.
Yep.
That was nice. Probably going to take them up on their goodwill gestures. Just because if you're going to slightly inconvenience us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So I see that Jessica said that she had a neighbor that grafted tomatoes onto a potato. Those are the same
that's
family.
cool.
Yeah, and totally doable. I'm not sure that, you know, potatoes do well in the heat here, and I'm not sure how long that would last in the deep south. That may be a short-lived project, whereas I've seen some of the results of tomatoes grafted onto rootstock, and because of disease resistance and induced increase in production, those tomatoes will last a lot longer. So we're going to see.
We just had a comment from two black campers, Rod and Adrian, and they said, oh no, are you going to be able to keep your camper logo? Because for those who know us camping, we put our FloraBama logo, beautiful, on the back of our camper, on the
trunk.
On the trunk, and no, we have to let that go too.
I'm going to have to redo that trunk anyway. It was going to have to come off within the next year.
We were going to have to redo the trunk, so
So
yeah,
it's
the
not-
galley hatch.
Yeah. Kind kind of hurt to pull
But that's
it off
okay.
there,
I'm
but-
working on a new logo, guys, and it's going to be really cool. And the Flomaton Famous is going to pop. You're going to like it. So,
Totally different.
yeah.
Totally different look.
Yeah.
Totally different feel.
Yeah.
So we're excited.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of work ahead of us to rebrand.
Yeah. I have a lot of work ahead of us to rebrand. He's just going to be planting and doing figs and tomatoes.
Looks good, babe.
and-
Looks good. Go with it.
Uh-huh. All right, guys.
We'll
So-
go ahead and
Yep, we got a pizza in there waiting on us.
Awesome pizza. All right, guys.
So-
Thanks for sharing this time with us. And,
It's a
popping
cauliflower
in.
pizza, promise. So,
And continue to leave us comments in the comments selection below, and we want to know how you feel.
yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching.